Okay guys, so in last class we were testing a API. Let me start the server first. Okay, it is done. Let's copy this URI and open that in our machine. Okay, so let's open the docs part. Okay, so okay, so you people are okay. Let's see. I think our database is not up because we haven't opened this Docker desktop yet. Chalo. This is running. Okay, our Postgres server is running now. Let's try if we have data. Let's try it out this API. Right, let's put this to. Okay, so we are having the data safe, and now let's try with 5. Okay, so if we run 5 we are getting this internal server error. So last class we were about to handle this. So why we are getting uh, this error? Anyone knows, like why we are getting this internal server error? Anyone, any clue, any guess? Okay, sure. So why this is coming? Because if you see this function, it is expecting this output, right? Student response. But when our like DB is returning none, it is returning this key value pair simply, right? So that is not you know that is not expected by our system like Python, and that's why it is giving this internal server error. So basically our app was crashing. Here you can see the response validation error. Okay, because of that we were getting this internal server error. So but we shouldn't be, right? We should be getting student not found, something like this, right? So to handle this we will uh, use this HTTP exception, which I already taught you, like how to handle this exception. We will see. So what we will do, we will simply import that from fast API, import HTTP exceptions. Okay, I guess spelling is correct. HTTP exception. Okay, now let's see if db student is none, like our query is returning nothing, then what we will do, we will simply do nothing but raise a exception. I think all of you know, we have already studied this, how to directly raise a exception. Okay, okay. Exception that 404 and not found. So we are passing the status code and the proper message, right? Now, if you see, if we are uh, going here and again, if we are trying it out, this API again. So this time we shouldn't be getting that error. We are getting proper response, right? Student not found, 404 error. Understood? Like this is how we supposed to handle our exceptions. So this is one of the example. Now in today's class, like what we will do is we will create multiple table, and after creating those multiple tables, like what we will do, we will create a few APIs. Like we will see how we can connect to tables and all. So first let's create our teachers table for this project. So what we have to do is we need not to do anything. First let's create this um, class teacher. Let's create this teacher table. Okay, so now you see we have this teachers table. Now if we see these both are separate table, they do not have any connection in between. So to join these two table, like student should be have some relation with this teacher table, we should be using foreign keys. I don't know how many of you know foreign keys. Any of you know foreign keys? For what foreign key is? I think you people haven't gone haven't like you people like what we say. I think it is not taught to you, right? DBMS अभी पढ़ाया गया आप लोगों को? Anyone? Please
No,
confirm.
sir.
Yeah, that's why. So what you people should do, you people should go in um, go on YouTube or somewhere and learn. Like SQL is very simple, you need not to go that deep. You go on YouTube and have learn some basic tutorials of this SQL and all. So you should be have proper idea of like what's going on here. So now if you see, uh, so now we have to create connection between these two, right? So for that we use something called foreign keys. ठीक है, फॉरेन की क्या होता है कि फॉरेन की वो की होता है हम लोग के टेबल में जिसका यूज हम लोग करते हैं एक टेबल को दूसरे टेबल से रिलेट करने के लिए. सो हम लोग कैसे रिलेट कर सकते हैं, यहाँ पे हम लोग रिलेट करेंगे आईडी से. ओके, आईडी से पहले तो हम लोग इसमें होगा many to one relation. So a student have one student can have one teacher, but one teacher can have multiple student, right? So many to many relationship is here. I don't think कि ये आप लोग को समझ में आ रहा होगा, because see, um, let me teach you something first, just to give you some context. Let me close all these tabs, open my whiteboard and teach you some relationship between tables. Okay, so let's start this. Okay, so we have pen. Okay, so now see if there is two table, right? If there is two table, suppose this is one table and this is another table. Okay, so there are several type of relationship, like one is 1v1. so इसमें क्या होगा, इसमें इसमें क्या होगा, सी these table will be having multiple rows, right? Multiple rows they will be having, ठीक है, सब में मल्टीपल रोज होंगे. एंड देन व्हाट विल हैपन कि जो इसका एक रो होगा, लाइक सपोज दिस इज टेबल ए एंड दिस इज टेबल बी. सो व्हाट विल हैपन कि ये जो ए का टेबल है, सो इसका जो एक रो है, सपोज दिस रो, ये किसी एक ही रो से कनेक्टेड होगा ऑफ टेबल बी, ठीक है, ऑफ टेबल बी, ठीक है. इसको बोलेंगे हम लोग 1-to-1 रिलेशनशिप, ठीक है. नाउ देयर कैन बी अ सिचुएशन वेयर एक रो मल्टीपल रोज ऑफ बी के बी से कनेक्टेड हो सकता है, राइट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल parent, right? Suppose this is a parent table and this is a child, this is child table. Okay, so one parent can have multiple children, right? But multiple children can't have multiple parents, right? There will be mom and dad only, right? So that relationship is called one to many relationship. So there would be one parent and there will be multiple children, right? So this is one of the example to understand that कि इसको बोलेंगे one to show one to many relationship. Okay. ऑल्सो दिस इज सेकेंड टाइप, राइट. ये किसी भी तरीके से हो सकता है, लाइक बी टू ए हो सकता है, ए टू बी हो सकता है, इसका फ्लो कैसे भी हो सकता है, ठीक है. तो उसको बोलेंगे वन टू मेनी रिलेशनशिप. नाउ द थर्ड वन इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. उसमें क्या होता है कि like the for our project we are creating this student and teacher table, right? So उसमें क्या है कि एक स्टूडेंट जो है उसको मल्टीपल टीचर्स पढ़ा रहे होंगे, राइट. एंड मल्टीपल टीचर्स वुड बी टीचिंग सेम स्टूडेंट, राइट. मल्टीपल स्टूडेंट, राइट. एक टीचर के पास मल्टीपल स्टूडेंट्स हो सकते हैं और मल्टीपल स्टूडेंट्स के पास और एक स्टूडेंट के पास मल्टीपल स्टूडेंट हो सकते हैं और एक टीचर के पास मल्टीपल स्टूडेंट हो सकते हैं, राइट. सो दोनों साइड से क्या हो रहा है, वन इधर से भी इधर से मेनी टू मेनी रिलेशनशिप उसको बोलते हैं. मल्टीपल रोज ऑफ बी वुड बी कनेक्टेड टू द मल्टीपल रोज ऑफ ए, ठीक है. अभी किसी ने एंटर किया, ओके. सो सिंपल, यहाँ पे क्या होगा, इसमें मल्टीपल, सपोज एक रो ये है तो इसमें इसका रिलेशनशिप मल्टीपल रोज ऑफ बी से होगा, और बी का कोई एक रो है तो उसका रिलेशनशिप मल्टीपल रोज ऑफ ए होगा, ठीक है. सो मल्टीपल रोज ऑफ ए विल बी कनेक्टेड टू द मल्टीपल रोज ऑफ बी. सो उस केस में हम लोग का होता है मेनी टू मेनी रिलेशनशिप. उसमें क्या होता है, मल्टीपल रोज ऑफ वन टेबल वुड बी कनेक्टेड टू द मल्टीपल रोज ऑफ अनदर टेबल, ठीक है. सो ये बेसिक सा कॉन्सेप्ट है. तो वही हम लोग यहाँ पे देखेंगे कि लाइक हाउ वी आर एक्चुअली connecting these two tables. So what we will do, we will do some changes in student table. So in student table we will write teacher. अभी हम लोग टीचर अंडरस्कोर ID, हम लोग टीचर्स ID से इसको ऐड करेंगे. लेट्स सी, okay, it's column, ठीक है, of integer type and should be ओके, सो इसको ऑप्शन नहीं करना है हम लोग को इसको करना है एग्जैक्ट फॉरेन की बनाना है, ठीक है। सो वी विल राइट फॉरेन की टीचर्स डॉट टीचर्स टेबल का जो आईडी है उससे ये रिलेट होगा और उसकी ही वैल्यू यहाँ पे टीचर अंडरस्कोर आईडी में स्टोर हुई होगी। वी विल सी like how that is happening. I will show you in table as well. Now we will define the relation. So here teacher will have a relation. Okay, let me remove this comment. Okay, a relationship with okay teachers and back populates students. So what will happen when we call the student itself, then there हम लोग कोई भी क्वेरी या फिर यहाँ पे ORM क्वेरीज हम लोग परफॉर्म करेंगे, देन दिस स्टूडेंट डेटा आवर टीचर्स डेटा विल बी कम, ठीक है, विल बी कमिंग, ठीक है। सो इसमें क्या होगा कि जब भी हम लोग स्टूडेंट के डेटा को एक्सेस कर रहे होंगे एट दैट टाइम हम लोग का टीचर का डेटा उसमें अटैच्ड आएगा। लाइक सपोज हम लोग को किसी एक स्टूडेंट के बारे में डिटेल्स चाहिए, सपोज जिसका आईडी 1 है। सो इन दैट केस व्हाट हैपन कि उसके साथ जो भी एंटिटीज लाइक जो भी टेबल्स के रोज हम लोग यहाँ पे अटैच कर रहे हैं, दैट इज वाई दिस फॉरेन की इज हियर टू टू फॉर दैट रिलेशनशिप एक्चुअली। तो इस टेबल को जब हम लोग कॉल करेंगे तो इसके साथ जो भी वैल्यू अटैच्ड हैं विद द अदर टेबल्स दैट विल also come in response. Okay, we will see how we will handle that as well. Now let's see, we have created a relationship with student and teacher. Now from the teacher side we will also see what changes we need. So on the teacher side we will do a very small change, which is student relationship student backpack teachers. Okay, okay, simple. We will simply define the relationship. We have already there will be only one foreign key in a relationship. Okay, so there will be only one foreign key, ठीक है। आइदर वो टीचर्स आईडी होता, अगर हम लोग ने टीचर्स की साइड से किया होता तो वो स्टूडेंट आईडी होता, बट अभी हम लोगों ने स्टूडेंट साइड से किया है। ओके, नाउ there is something wrong about this foreign key. Okay, we haven't imported that, I guess. Okay, let's add this. Okay, now it is good. So this is how we are creating multiple table and their relationship. Okay, so we are good with this. Okay, relationship also we need to import. Yeah, I guess yes. Mm, okay, let me this comma. Mm, okay, so that is part of ORM. Okay. And relationship, I think it is good now. Okay, give me. Okay, I think we are good now. Let's see. Um, 1 second, guys. Okay, so we have imported everything. Now we are good to go. So now let's update our schema, like schema where we actually define the response and everything. So let's define it for teacher teacher first. So there will be a class, and there will be, to create a teacher we will have this create teacher model, and we need this. Okay, so what we need, let me check with the model itself. Okay, we need name, subject, and email. Okay, we are good with this. Now um yeah, let it be. And in student schema, like whenever we are creating student, now we will need of id as well. Id of type int. Okay, that could be what we have passed is teacher id, right? Teacher underscore id, teacher id, I guess. Yes, teacher's id we have passed. So we will, well, now to create a student we need teacher's id as well. Now our schema part is done, I guess. Okay, we are good with this. Now let's create a function to create our CRUD function, right? CRUD function we will create to for creating our teacher. To add something in teachers table, we will define a function here, which is create underscore teacher, and we need what we need. We will need dv session. Come on, it is not suggesting, no worries. Session and teacher call teacher what we had create, right? For creating our teacher. Now what we will do in the query, we will create an object of this teachers class, like suppose new teacher, name is equals to teacher dot name. Okay, subject is equals to teacher dot create, email is equals to teacher dot email. We are good with this. Now we will, okay, now we will, so this line is for staging, like um, we are saying database, say database, we be ready for this, be ready for this change, we are sending something. Okay, so this command tells database to be ready. Okay, now this commit is making the actual permanent change in the table. Okay, and this refresh, with this refresh we are actually getting the updated value we actually have in our database, the data which is basically returned by the database itself. So then we will simply return our new teacher. So let me think, let me check. I think create table is not imported, that's why from schema import, let's see. Yeah, okay, so now we are, I think, good with this. Now we need to import this as well. This is a teacher model, so let's import this from model. And let's see, imported, I guess. Yes, imported. Now we are good. right? We don't have any error. It is executed successfully. Now what we will do is we will modify our student create, okay, like how we were previously creating our student. So what we were doing here, we were directly we will not passing our teacher's id, right? But now we have to pass the teacher's id as well, and I will show you we will get some error because we don't have this teacher id for all the students, right? Because initially we haven't passed that. So let's so how to handle that, I will tell you that as well. Now, okay, now we are good with this. Now let's um, update our main file to have an endpoint for this teachers create API, right? So our this will be going to be the post API. Our endpoint would be slash teachers, and our response is going to be uh, teachers dot create itself. So no worries about that because we haven't created separate like separate response table for that. So let's see. um, okay, so let's define our teachers table, and then we have this return statement CRUD dot teacher. Okay, we are passing the session, we are teacher. So I think yeah, we are good with this. So what we have done is we are taking schema like the the actual values user is going to provide. So we are passing it here as the schema at teacher, and then we are passing the db sessions, right? And then we are calling our crud function, the create crud function, create teacher crud function that we have created for creating our teacher. Now let's see we are able to create this teacher row in the table or not. Before that, let me check this. Let me check whether we have this actual teachers table in our DB or not. So teachers, okay. So it is suggesting teachers table. So I hope we have with entity. Okay. Now see what's the differences. We have teachers table name, subject, and email. And if you see the student table from, let me, okay, so if you run this query, you will see there is nothing like uh, teacher's id, right? Let's see uh, what kind of error it is creating. So let's create teacher. In creating teacher we shouldn't be getting any error, so let's try it out. Now if we see our schema, and we put teacher 1 and his teaching subject maths, and his email is teacher at the rate gmail.com. His teacher 1. Now if we execute sorry guys, if we execute this, we are getting 200 and we are getting this response, right? So we can create this teacher easily, right? Now if you see if we try it out like a student, like getting all the student response, let's see, it is giving internal server error because हाँ, so अगर हम लोग इसको अच्छे से पढ़ें, then what it is saying कि student dot teachers underscore id does not exist, right? Why it doesn't exist? Because we haven't created that initially, right? So to have it, let's see, what we can do. See, if you don't have something called migration, we will see that in our next session, like tomorrow's maybe, something called migration. So ठीक है, तो वो क्या करता है, in that basically help us in what we say, we can say कि that helps us in updating and having the proper record of these tables, like whatever the tables we are creating in our database, it has proper record of that. But now as like we have after creating the table, we are trying to update our table, but this is what Python doesn't do automatically, right? So what we have to do, we have to drop this table. I think drop will work. Drop students. Okay, drop students. Think okay, let's delete it. Delete student. Okay, students. Let's delete it. Okay, you are about to execute the where clause is missing, so there will be the data, possible data loss. Let's see what it does. Hmm. Students, right? So if we are, don't ask me again. Okay, okay, let's check this. In our database we have school, we have schemas, we have public, we have table, we have student, right? Let's delete this manually. Okay, so we have deleted our student table. Now we have to, okay, we have to rerun our server. That will simply, I hope it should be creating the table itself, the new table with the teacher's ID. Okay, now, okay, okay, school database has public tables. It doesn't have table. Okay, let's refresh this. Public table. Now we have student table again, and if you see what it has teacher's ID as well. So this is what actual, like I wanted to like show you like how actually we face this kind of error if we are not using migration. So migration आप I don't think कि any in any of the projects like that you are going to create in your university level, in your BTech course, I don't think you people would be going to use this migration files, because this is kind of industry standards that we follow in industry only. ठीक है. And in backend industry I don't I आप लोग नाम भी नहीं सुनोगे इसका migration files का, but as you are doing this course, and we people are letting you know कि ऐसा भी कुछ होता है. अगर अभी आप लोग तो ये भी आई थिंक कि आपको ये भी पता चलेगा कि why we were getting this error actually. ठीक है. I don't think कि anybody going to explain you कि why we got that error. ठीक है. And how we are relating these two tables itself. So this is like advantage you people are getting. ठीक है. अभी क्या है, हम लोग का टेबल सेटअप हो गया ना. अभी हम लोग क्या करते हैं, और वी हैव आवर टीचर एज वेल इन टेबल. लेट्स सी. ठीक है. अभी हम लोग ने टेबल में क्या बनाया था, एक टीचर ऐड किया था, राइट. लेट्स सी कि वो टीचर है या नहीं है. सो सेलेक्ट स्टार फ्रॉम टीचर्स टेबल. ओके. Let's run this and we will get, okay, we have id1 teacher maths teacher @gmail.com. okay, if we see our select star from students, so अगर हम लोग इसको रन करें, then we have nothing here. We have blank id, name, age, email and teacher's id. Now okay, let's create some student first, and then we will see key we are getting student response or not. Okay, so let's I think this, okay, yep, let's try it out. Akash is 25, mail is akash@gmail.com. teacher's id is going to be 1 because we have one teacher, right? Teacher with id 1 only. Okay. Okay, so in assignment I will give you all की how we can handle this. ठीक है. अगर हम लोग यहाँ पे सपोज हम लोग 2 पास करते and it is our database don't have that, then in that case हम लोग कैसे इसको वो करने वाले थे, हम लोग कैसे इसको हैंडल करने वाले थे. ठीक है. बिकॉज अगर हम लोग अगर इसको हम देखें, ये क्रिएट तो कर देगा, बट ओके, लेट्स क्रिएट दिस एज वेल. सो ये क्रिएट क्या कर रहा है, ये दे रहा है इंटरनल सर्वर एरर बिकॉज वी डोंट हैव दिस, राइट. बट एज वी हैवंट handled it properly, because of that it is giving internal server error. अगर आप एरर जाके पढ़ोगे प्रॉपरली तो उसमें क्या दिया रहा है कि इंसर्ट इनटू स्टूडेंट टेबल वैल्यूज दिस ब्ला ब्ला, यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है, राइट. सो डुप्लीकेट की वैल्यू वायलेट्स यूनिक constraint like student email. Okay, let's change the email as well. Akash2 and then we will execute it, and we have the same error again. Now let's see why this is coming. Insert or update the table student violates the foreign key constraint that student underscore teachers id foreign key detail teacher id 2 is not present in the table teachers, right? So uh, this id itself is not present, that's why it is not allowing us to add this row, okay, add this record. So in assignment, like as we saw ki uh, how we can handle anyone, किसी को कोई आइडिया, लाइक अभी हम लोग ने देखा है जस्ट, and I have taught you in previous sessions also using try cache, try and what was that, try and cache, right? And how we handle exceptions, right? So you people would use that here and handle this, right? You people will do that yourself. अगर आपको कोई दिक्कत होगी then I think Nitesh or someone will check your assignment and help you out. Okay, ठीक है. अभी let's see कि what this returns. Okay, let's see कि ये क्या return कर रहा है कि all students में अभी आप देखोगे तो it is properly returning our uh, proper response, right? Teachers id is 1, id is 1, ठीक है. So this is how this relationship works. Let's now create some few more APIs and then we will end today's session. I don't want to complicate it much because अगर मैं यहाँ पे तीसरा टेबल जोड़ूंगा then it is going to be very very complicated and I don't think you people would be able to connect all the dots straight away. So आप बताओ लाइक अभी तक सारी चीज़ें क्लियर हैं आपको, कोई डाउट? If you people don't have any doubt then you can send this thumbs up emoji. Okay, one. Anyone else? Please guys, at least you people can give a response, right? Like if you are getting, it is well and good. If you are not getting, like you have to go through the session again, right? We are recording this session already, okay? And if you have doubt then you people can ask. Yep, yep. Okay, okay, चलो okay, चलो अभी yesterday like we were about to create this patch function, right? um, let me see कि पैच फंक्शन हम लोग को पढ़ना चाहिए अभी या नहीं पढ़ना चाहिए, else we will create few other APIs. ठीक है, we have covered get post completely. Give me 2 minutes guys, let me check my notes like what we have covered. Okay. Okay. I think we can create a patch API and uh, okay, wrong project. Okay. So what basically this patch API is? We have seen this post API, right, to create a whole record. We have seen, I guess, put as well. Let me check if we have created a put API or not. Post get post. Okay. Uh, First we will see patch and then we will see put API as well. Okay. Then it will be like proper. You will get proper understanding of this. So you will be also able to understand what actual difference between this put API and the get API. So for patch, so let me define this again. So patch क्या होता है? Patch में हम लोग क्या करते हैं? Like patch का मतलब मीनिंग क्लियर है, right? Patch means क्या होता है? Patch means part of something. Yeah, its meaning is something like this only, right? So patch में ऐसे ही है कि हम लोग some part of our data we are updating, like we are not updating the whole data. We are simply either like suppose we are having this Akash ka detail, right? And we want to update his age or email or name or teacher's ID, something like that. If we are if we want to update that any one column, ठीक है? कोई भी column, column means what? Let me show you. Column means कि ये हो गया हम लोग का रो, ये होगा हम लोग का कॉलम. तो कॉलम में हम लोग कोई भी कॉलम अगर हम लोग अपडेट करते हैं, एक सिंगल कॉलम, ठीक है, और मैक्सिमम दो कॉलम्स, इन दैट केस वी शुड बी यूजिंग दिस पैच. सी हमारा काम पुट से भी हो जाएगा, बट वाई वी आर यूजिंग पैच? इट इज लाइक इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड्स कि अगर आपको very small amount of data update करना है, then you should be using patch. And if you want to update, like do a major update in your DB for a particular row, then you should be using this put API. So first we will see patch API, like how we actually create. So let me first start with the let's first start with the schema actually. In schema, what actually we want from our user, right? चलो अभी हम लोग करते हैं क्लास स्टूडेंट पैच, ठीक है? पैच base model we will pass and we will um, what happened? It's lagging a lot. Let me open this. Abhimanyu Kumar. Okay, is a part of. One second, guys. Let me check few things. First, okay. So let me check your list. Okay. Okay, ठीक है, ठीक है. ठीक है. Let's focus on our PHP part. Okay, now what we want, like first we will, let's update the name. Okay, we don't want this. Okay, and we don't want this as well. Now we are done with schema part, and we will see the actual third part, see the actual logic. So here what we will do definition patch underscore, what we are doing, patch of student underscore name, and we would be passing our DB session here, DB session, and then we are passing our student ID whose data is going to be updated, right? So we need the ID of that particular student, and we need the student underscore data, which is basically our student patch. Okay, let's not call it patch, let's call it name. Name is better. Name is better. Okay, name. Okay, now we are good with this parameters, and now again it is lagging. So Robert, okay. Okay, okay. Now let me close the useless windows. Um, what else? We don't need this as well. For now, let's close this as well. Okay, okay, we are good with this. Now, if you see, it is auto suggesting. What it is suggesting is student dv query student filter student not student ID, and to get the student, right? To just get the dv student, we'll use this. Okay, now we will check if student not name, let's filter it. अच्छा, हम लोगों ने पहले ही filter कर लिया, right? We have filtered it with student ID right here, and we are taking the first is for just one response, and now uh, we will do the actual DP operation, which is just assigning the name value of this parameter, student data parameter, to student name. So this is not imported, right? Let's import it first. Let it be. We will import. Okay, so first we will assign this data, name data to our db data, and then we are actually performing a permanent query on the db, and then we are getting the response, like updated response from the database, and then we are returning the whatever the response we are getting from the database, we are returning it. So this is that simple function. Let's create our before that, let's import this. um, okay, let's add this import here, and then I think, yeah, we are good here. and let's create our actual endpoint for patch API. Patch student ID, it is also suggesting we need student response. Yep. And with this within this we need student ID. Okay, we need student ID and we need to return this. Okay, so here if you see it, as we have handled uh, this exception, uh, so this is also automatically attaching this HTTP exception here. Why? Because in case if it is not finding this, it is unable to find this student with this ID, this particular ID, then it would be throwing none, right? Then what happens कि अगर हम लोग ने ये handle नहीं किया, then it will return internal server error, right? And we don't want that. So to just skip this internal server error, what we have added our HTTP exception. Okay, and we have raised our HTTP exception, which is basically uh, handling the what we say कि handling the null data kind of null pointer exception ये handle कर रहा है. null pointer exception क्या होता है, जिसमें जब कोई भी वैल्यू हम लोग को नल वैल्यू मिल रही है, लाइक उसमें कोई वैल्यू नहीं आ रही है, उसमें नन है, नल है, सो उसको बोलते हैं नल पॉइंटर एक्सेप्शन, और दैट एक्सेप्शन इज हैंडल्ड बाय दिस HTTP exception, and we are returning this code 404 and student not found. Now let's try it out. Let's try this fast API, and okay, let's refresh this and we would be able to see our patch REST API. So this is our patch REST API, and if you see it is asking for student ID, right? And in the body it is asking for the name that we have passed in the body, and asking the user to pass the value of this. So we will use student1 and we will update name to Vikas. Okay, now if we run this, what it will give, it is going to give okay 200 error, sorry 200 code, because everything is fine here, right? Let's see, we'll see okay. So ओके, सो अभी आप देखो लाइक ये पहले का वैल्यू है, राइट? अगर अभी हम लोग इसको क्वेरी करें डीबी में, देन व्हाट वी विल गेट दिस वैल्यू अपडेटेड, कि हम लोग का यहाँ पे वैल्यू, एक वैल्यू विच इज नेम इज एक्चुअली गॉट अपडेटेड. सपोज हम लोग को यही करना होता, क्या कर सकते हैं अभी पुट में भी हम लोग के पास, सपोज यहाँ पे 2 या 3 वैल्यूज, लाइक हम लोग नेम भी अपडेट कर रहे हैं, एज भी अपडेट कर रहे हैं, एंड ईमेल अपडेट कर रहे हैं. एंड इन दैट केस लेट्स सी दैट कि हाउ वी आर क्रिएटिंग. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी विल क्रिएट द स्कीमा, लाइक actual value we want from our user, right? Whoever student update model. So यहाँ पे हम लोग student update model में हम लोग ने सब कुछ पास कर दिया, राइट? नेम पास कर दिया, एज पास कर दिया, ईमेल पास कर दिया. नाउ इफ वी लाइक ऑल these 3 values we are going to update. So in this case, like let's create our CRUD function as well. So इसमें क्या करेंगे, put और let's say update underscore student. Okay, now we will pass the TV session and we will pass the student ID as it is. Like without student ID we won't be able to identify, like instead of student ID we can use this email as well, but as we are updating this email here, so we don't want to use this, right? It will create a conflict. That's why we don't want that. And okay, student create नहीं लिखना है, हम लोग को लिखना है student. We don't want student create, we want to student. What was that? Update था क्या? schema हम लोग क्या ना update, right? So we want our student to be update, right? Let's see, it should be asking for something. Okay, it is asking to import. Let's import it from schema. Okay, now if you see, what we are doing in this function is basically we are querying this from this student table with this id. We are filtering it out, that particular student, and then we are basically updating the actual value. Like if db student, it means कि अगर db student की value none नहीं है, then और उसमें we are getting something, then it will come to this block and it will update name, it will update age, it will update email, and again it will first it will what it will do is, okay, it will directly or permanently save this in our database, this new record, and with refresh we are basically getting the latest updated value from the db, and we will return it, right? Simple. Now in main function we will define our endpoint, right? We will implement our endpoint, right? So let's app.put, and we need a student id. Our response model is going to be same, no changes there, and okay, everything it is suggesting, I don't want that. Let's type it out. And student, okay, and we want what we want the student id, and we want student underscore data, right? And in student data, what kind of data we want? We want a schema dot student name, not we don't want this name, right? We want update, right? In update we have everything. Everything means name, email, and okay, we have name, email and age, and now we have to pass this session, which is basically db, and let session is equals to, which is basically depends on our actually db database. Yeah. Okay. Okay, see, okay, I think it is very simple. Now what we are doing, we are calling our CRUD function here with the update, actual update function, which we have written here, which we have coded here. We are calling that function. If you click on this, it should be taking you back to that. Yes. So यहाँ पे आ गया ये, and we are using this CRUD function, and same here. If student is none, then raise a exception. If we are finding this student, like something is coming in student, then well and good, just return that value. Simple. Now again we will check this out. We'll check it out, like whether this is working absolutely fine or not. So now if you see, we have this put API here, and it is asking for student id, and it is asking for name, it is asking for age and email, right? Let's try it out. So if you pass, चलो अभी पहले हम लोग थोड़ा गलत डेटा देते हैं इसमें, ठीक है। इसमें स्टूडेंट आईडी 2 पास करते हैं विच इज नॉट एग्जिस्टिंग इन आवर टेबल, राइट। So we will pass it here like Ram, and his age is 24, and his email is ram@gmail.com. So if you see, we don't have this particular ID in our table, right? Because okay, so it is giving student not found, which is fine, right? Which is expected, right? क्योंकि ये id2 नहीं है हमारे टेबल में। अगर हम यहीं पे 1 पास करेंगे एंड वी आर एग्जीक्यूटिंग दिस, वी आर गेटिंग ram24 ram@gmail.com। ओके, सो पूरा डेटा अभी अपडेटेड डेटा हम लोग को रिस्पॉन्स में मिला। नाउ इफ यू गो इन आवर टेबल एंड चेक दिस आउट, लाइक अभी क्या है डेटा हम लोग का, विकास एज इज 25 एंड akash@gmail.com, ठीक है। और टीचर आई डी इज 1। आई विल शो यू कि हाउ इट इज रिलेटेड, अभी अभी मैं दिखाऊंगा कैसे रिलेटेड होता है। एंड नाउ इफ यू चेक इट आउट अगेन, see we are getting updated value ram24 ram@gmail.com and teacher's id is 1. Now if you want to actually see the related table, like why we have connected this, so if you see here it is saying key navigate to the public.teachers using this foreign key, right? अगर हम लोग इस पे क्लिक करें then it should be taking us to the teachers table, right? और ये हम लोग को ये वैल्यू पे ही हम लोग को लाके यहाँ पे दिखाएगा कि इस टेबल के रो से वो रिलेटेड है, राइट? गॉट इट? सो अगर आई डोंट नो, लेट्स सी मैं आपको एक और चीज़ दिखा पाता हूँ या नहीं, लाइक ओके एक्चुअली ओके लेट मी चेक कि हम लोग के पास डीबी डिज़ाइन है कि नहीं। आई डोंट नो, आई हैव फॉरगॉटन दैट कि कैसे दिखाते हैं डेटाबेस का डिज़ाइन। इसमें इसका फ़ायदा क्या है ना, अभी वो एक टेबल तो बना ही रहा है, स्कीमास तो बना ही रहा है, इट विल बी क्रिएटिंग अ डायग्राम एज वेल। ओके, डायग्राम ऑफ दिस डीबी। let me see कि ये क्रिएट कर रहा है या नहीं। ओके, let me check it on Google कि how to see the DB diagram in DB ever. Okay, let's see what it says. See the diagram. Okay, Windows database navigator, entire schema. Okay, ER diagram panel. So if we are having this, so we should be getting something like this. Okay, let me okay, let's see what it says. Diagram, open the diagram. Okay, we will see something like this. Okay, something like this is how that particular table is related. So it will be help us understanding कि कौन सा टेबल में क्या रिलेशनशिप है, ठीक है, और वो कैसे कनेक्टेड है, ठीक है, वो हम लोग को देखने के लिए मिल जाएगा। लाइक ऐसे बोल रहा है कि व्यू द डायग्राम टेबल। ओके, ट्रैक, ओके, और टेबल ट्रैक, लेट्स सी वी हैव दिस ट्रैक और नॉट। ओके, दिस इज द टेबल, schema, public, I don't know. Okay, views, we have here, yes. So here is our diagram. I Yes, it should be loading, right? um, let's see, we don't have any views. Okay, we have views. Okay, if you see कि यहाँ पे हम लोग का स्टूडेंट टेबल कैसे क्रिएटेड है, राइट? यहाँ पे आपको क्लियरली दिखा रहा है कि ये यहाँ पे टीचर्स आईडी फॉरेन की से ये यहाँ पे अटैच्ड है आवर टीचर्स टेबल, राइट? सो ये एक तरीका होता है कि अगर आप लोग लाइक कोई भी आपको बैकएंड का लाइक प्रोजेक्ट मिलता है एंड यू हैव दिस डेटाबेस, तो वहाँ पे आपको सिंपली जाना है, यहाँ पे कनेक्शन इस्टेब्लिश करना है उससे, उसके कनेक्शन का यूआरएल और पासवर्ड आपके पास होगा ही, राइट? सो कनेक्ट इट एंड कम हियर टू दिस व्यू सेक्शन एंड देन व्यू दिस डायग्राम, राइट? और वहाँ से आपको लाइक किसी के पास जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, आपको कोड एक्सप्लोर करने की जरूरत नहीं है। यू विल सिंपली एबल टू यू नो सी दिस रिलेशनशिप्स कि कौन सा टेबल कैसे कनेक्टेड है। यू विल गेट टू नो, आपको एक पूरा ओवरव्यू मिल जाएगा कि एक्चुअली में क्या बैकएंड में हो रहा है, क्या डेटा आ रहा है, क्या डेटा जा रहा है, कैसे वो रिलेटेड है, एवरीथिंग, राइट? So I think this is it for today's session. We learned about this how we connect the table. We learned about this patch API and this put API. Okay, so I will let you people connect all the dots. ठीक है? And आप revise करना, and then tomorrow we will see कि how we will create another table. We will make it little more complex. ठीक है? और वहाँ पे हम लोग एक प्रोग्रेस का टेबल और ऐड करेंगे एंड इफ लाइक अगर पॉसिबल हो पाया तो देन वी विल सी माइग्रेशन ऑल्सो कि लाइक हाउ वी कैन यूज माइग्रेशन फाइल्स टू हैंडल दिस एनी चेंजेस इन डीबी। लाइक अभी हम लोग ने क्या किया, अभी हम लोग ने देखा कि जब हम लोग दो डीबी को लाइक दो टेबल को कनेक्ट कर रहे थे हम, देन वी आर हैविंग दिस इशू ऑफ teacher's id not found, right? And why that happened? Because कि एक बार जब टेबल बन जाता है then this fast API and this Python doesn't bother about कि टेबल में क्या changes हुए हैं, ठीक है? In our code it will see कि हाँ this table is existing, okay, well and good, ठीक है? So to handle that we have this migration file and we will see it on like we will check this topic in our next session. And if you people have any doubt you people can ask, like अगर कोई doubt हो then you people can ask, otherwise we will end this session and we will catch up tomorrow. Yeah, ओके, नो डाउट्स, ठीक है? सी मैं जो बता रहा हूँ यू पीपल आर गेटिंग गोइंग टू गेट दिस असाइनमेंट्स, राइट? सो उसमें क्या होगा ऐसे ये तो आपको करना ही होगा, लाइक फ्रॉम स्क्रैच यू विल पीपल विल क्रिएट एवरीथिंग बिकॉज वी आर शेयरिंग वीडियो एंड I want कि मुझे कोड ना शेयर करना पड़े बिकॉज आई वॉन्ट यू पीपल टू क्रिएट दिस प्रोजेक्ट यूर सेल्फ, ठीक है? आप खुद से क्रिएट करो एंड बाय दैट ओनली यू पीपल विल गेट टू लर्न ओनली। खाली सर्टिफिकेट तो आपको मिलेगा ही, ठीक है? बट आप अभी कुछ लेके जाओ यहाँ पे अगर आए हो तो, एंड ठीक है? वी आर वेरी like close to finish this course. Only few sessions are left. We have almost covered everything in our fast API and all. एक दो टॉपिक है, we will cover that and then we will see little bit of this agentic AI thing and then we will be good. Okay, so let's end this session. We will catch up tomorrow guys. Okay, चलो मिलते हैं कल. Okay, bye bye and good night.